Alright guys, we're back with Far Cry.
Yes.
Feel the primal.
Oh!
It's been a while since I've done that.
It scared the shit out of me.
So I guess there's plot going on here, but basically I have to turn on the power.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is pretty dark.
Yeah. And I do have a flashlight, but I was too scared to use it. I vastly underestimated how scary this got and how fast it got scary.
Yeah, you just don't give a shit, and then all of a sudden that's when it gets the worst.
Yeah, because right now I have to just kill guys, so I was being stealthy, and then they just kind of... This is like, ooh, scary time.
They're gonna just throw you a curveball.
Yeah, it wasn't right.
It wasn't right, man.
It wasn't right. They're just animals, man. They got the power. Okay.
I love at this point we don't even explain that we're doing this.
I know.
We're just like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't matter anymore.
It's got to that point already, huh?
Yeah. And then, like, I was trying to be stealthy, but I get spotted. So some guy's shooting me, and I just shot him.
You were getting some pretty lucky shots last
Yeah,
video.
I've been really lucky.
It was like hip firing all over the place, and people are just like falling over.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate with that aspect of this game. This game's like, I don't know what about it. It's just hard for me to play on PC. Maybe it's because I take such long gaps in between playing it, and
That
I
might
get
be, yeah.
unused to it.
That's like what happens to Zudi too. Sometimes, like you hear him at the beginning mumbling, saying, "Oh, I gotta remember my controls."
How do
Fear.
you heal?
Because it's been like how many months? And I shouldn't be shit talking. I haven't done anything on
It's just
CGI in
Zooty.
a while
You can
myself.
say whatever you want about him.
I know, but I'm in the same position. He can just turn around and fucking hit me with the no video stick.
I won't let it happen.
Like just like last moment, you defend me. You, like catch it like a katana, like between your hands above your head.
So I guess these guys just kept coming.
Yeah, they just. Well, it's a party in a cave.
Yeah.
You know that doesn't happen too often.
Are you gonna join us on the stream on Saturday?
On Saturday.
Yeah.
What time?
Evening.
Evening. Yeah, I should be able to.
Nice.
Well, of course, you know, if the world doesn't fucking end.
That's true. I'm concerned about that. Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't plan on going anywhere. I really
I'm
don't.
here.
It's not because I'm afraid of the world ending, because that's not the problem. My problem is listen or like having people react to it afterwards.
Yeah, that's gonna be yeah. Like
But-
I'm more worried about people.
One of my friends, which I'm glad that he said this a while back, but he said that as you can see, the media hasn't really puffed it up as big as it was how long
Right.
ago.
Right.
So now, really, the only people who care are the people who are concerned about it, or
Right.
people who, like me, who are concerned about the people who are concerned about it.
Yeah, because you're gonna have the people who are scared about it freaking out that day.
Yeah, like I don't want to get like sliced up or shot somewhere
Yeah.
just because some fucking nut job is freaked out by something that happened how many goddamn years ago.
Right. I agree about that. That's a good point. That's being smart, but you don't have to worry about people in Canada.
You'd be surprised. Dudes getting their heads cut off on buses. That happened.
Jesus.
That was a thing. Also, I know it's ironically Canadian, but as soon as I saw it, I had to mention it to you or Zudi because it just made me facepalm like how much how much of a stereotype it was. But apparently today, sometime in the morning, they found more. I think they arrested 3 more people that had stolen $18 million worth of maple syrup from Quebec in a warehouse. And I just saw that. I'm like, fuck.
How do you get away with $18 million worth of syrup?
I don't know.
Wow, that's
It's
quite a
it's
heist.
It's in Quebec, though, so I don't exactly give that much of a shit.
Okay, so here is where it gets scary.
Yeah, the scary factor comes in. Wow, I went off on a bit of a tangent there. Fuck.
It was a good one, though. It's not every day you hear about that.
Yeah, not really. maple syrup and end of the world.
And, yep, it happens.
It'll be
So
a
here
sticky end.
they're playing up the ambience. I know it's really skippy for you, but I guess you'll just have to enjoy
Bunch
it
of like
when I
dead
post it,
prisoners,
but-
or scientists, or
Scientist dead. There's like this weird air duct right here. So I'm like, okay, this ain't right. And I'm hearing noises too.
yeah, you just
Yeah.
that's
So-
not good.
So I'm being cautious, and I've backed away from the computer quite a bit. And I couldn't figure out where to go, so I'm like, I'll go in this creepy duct right here.
Yeah.
But it's a dead
Best
end,
option.
and that kind of freaked me out. And I didn't want to look up, but I do because I'm a man.
And then the worst situation with that is or the worst part is you just like you look up and you're like, okay, nothing's there. Oh God, what if I turn around?
Exactly.
You turn back around and there's like some creepy thing staring at you.
They really played this up, and like there's no enemies in this room. And then I just figured out I have to walk towards the door. So,
Like, oh, that happened.
yeah. So right there was a really loud noise that made me jump. And see, you notice that I backed up.
Yeah, you're like, nope, not having that.
Yeah, that really made me jump. Almost sent me into arrhythmia.
And you can always notice when that happens too, because if you don't edit it out, everything is just you've stopped moving for a couple seconds.
That's exactly what happened. And so
Oh,
here
God.
I had I had some mix up because I didn't know you could actually drop your machete.
Oh,
Yeah. And I don't want to lose the machete.
stack things on top of each other.
So I had to bargain. It's like, do I want like 3 weapons that I could potentially lose ammo for, and then I'd have nothing, or do I want like, or 4 weapons and then burn all my ammo and
Yeah.
have nothing, or do I
3
want
and the
3
machete,
weapons
yeah.
and still have the knife?
Because that's a wicked machete. You had to spree early on.
Yeah. So, due to my past history with the machete and how cool it looks, I decided to keep the machete.
He's like, use the first aid
Oh,
spray.
here it
I'm
is. Look,
going,
check
I'm
this
going. Ooh,
And then it closes
the-
like, oh my god.
the moment where you're like, was I supposed to see that?
But yeah, I get you. Like, and then there's like a dead thing right there. And here we actually have some plot, so I'm gonna be quiet for a second.
Okay, me too. I'm considerate. Sometimes. Ew!
Or have we already had plot? I don't know. Anyway.
God, that thing is nasty.
Basically, Dr. Kruger, or whatever his name is genetically mutating primates found in the jungle, and that's what those things are.
Because that's gonna go well.
Yeah. And so this is some good paranoia. I was surprised, like how scary it got. Because look, I'm like creeping, and I'm actually using like the peek button.
Look around corner. Is that a boot?
Yeah, yeah.
What? Someone just left a perfectly good boot there.
How dare they?
Ooh.
I know.
The bo-
This is horrible. This is like the only other game that really ever scared me was like the first Dino Crisis.
yeah.
But that was because I was little.
Yeah. Then, well, to be fair, anything that pops out of you and like makes you that scares that living piss out of you is not so fun.
Yeah, it's not right. And this was really kind of reminding me of that.
You just have like a flashback.
Exactly.
You're in the middle of the recording. It's like,
This is probably the most careful I've been in a game in a long time. Because I'm like checking every little corner. Finally we have outside. I was like, oh my god.
oh, sweet nature.
Yeah. But it's kind of getting dark, and there's things running around on the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
things. That's kind of
Yeah, I know.
yeah. It's creepy.
You know all about that,
Things.
Mr. Mega Man.
Yeah, I do. Things.
I only play 3 games. That's Mega Man, Mega Man, and Mega Man.
I'm terrible at Mega Man games, though.
Well,
This is the
you did
worst
some
part.
Final Fantasy and stuff.
Yeah.
You've done other things. It's just I find it
Those
funny
are-
that you have the scoop on Mega Man news.
Well, it was interesting because I like the 8-bit Mega Mega Men? Is that the right plural? Mega Man? I don't think it's like the whole Pokemon and Pokemans thing. Like sometimes, oh god, I just want to punch people in the jaw sometimes.
Mega Mans.
Shit. I don't know. Pronunciation sometimes of certain words. Oh, just rustles my jimmies, man.
And so here we have, there's like warfare going on down below me. I'm like, what? And I realize that those things are in the bushes and the guys are shooting at them.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
like, oh, see, there's one right there. He's like pouncing at a guy. I was like, oh my god!
My super bionic vision.
And then they're up there shooting at it. It's like, oh Jesus, I have to go down there and deal with it.
I find it kind of creepy that those goggles can like hear conversation when you zoom.
Yeah,
in
I didn't know
far
that
enough.
until the last episode. Because if you notice, like in the last one, I think I sat there and listened for a second.
Yeah, you were just
Yeah,
kind of
I didn't realize
wondering what
that.
they were saying. That'd be awkward in certain situations, depending on what kind of conversation
Yeah.
you get. You get some conversation about how some guy parked his wife like 3 months ago. And you're like, why?
That's not Far Cry.
I could have been 10 seconds later. Well, it was far away and she was crying. Okay, that was
But
terrible. I'm gonna go slam my head against the wall now.
Don't.
That was
The
terrible.
wall doesn't need that.
Neither do I, but I don't hear the wall complaining.
So I guess this is like there's treetop bridges. Oh, minigun, and I didn't even need it.
Oh. You just look at it like, ooh.
It's like every
that's shiny.
Gatling gun in this game, you don't need it. They just have them there. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, they're just there. Or like you're really sneaky and you get past everyone, or like you take out everyone and then you get to the point where you get this huge weaponry and you're like, well,
Yeah, I know. I think that happened
shit.
to me last time, and I was kind of mad at that.
I think you should just make it like your job to go to every single minigun or like any mounted machine and just like be on it for like 5 seconds just to be like, I did that.
I didn't need it, but I did that. So here I am on the ground, and I was really paranoid right here.
Yeah, because those creatures are running around.
Yeah,
You
because
don't wanna
those
get
things are
pounced.
out there, man. This is
They're
probably the
everywhere.
most immersed I've been in a game because it just got so scary so fast.
Yeah, like it just swooped
Yeah.
on you.
Like I totally understand why Zooty.
Tsunami of fear.
Yeah.
With fear,
'Cause
yeah.
I used to give him crap, you know, like, oh, you're, you know, what kind of man are you? Getting scared at games.
You got no pecker.
Then he'd be like, hey
threw
man,
that
it's
comment
scary
in
how
there.
he talks, you know.
Oh God.
And see, now, those things are up on that bridge, Feddy. See it?
Oh.
So I
Oh.
shoot it and I kill it and it falls
Oh.
off. That happened.
So that
I feel
happened.
pretty good about that.
Victory.
And we're kind of nearing the end here, so thanks, Feddy.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
having me.
This has been Far Cry.
Yeah.
Here's a news flash. I just picked up a mayday from Jerry Spatzig, the lead scientist there. He's trapped in a room surrounded by a whole mess of Trigens. He should have a card that will allow you to access all secured areas. You will need that to save Hal.